kind of blustery and brave, and I know that you whimpered.
Oh, well, yes. So I wanted to bring Tim Million in from House of Ink. Tim, first of all, thanks for taking some time this morning to come out and hang out with us.
Absolutely, you're welcome.
And he had to work with a mess yesterday because we got started about 4:30.
So late in the day.
Yeah, late in the day. And I'm going to roll my sleeve up so people can see the handsomeness that is this tattoo.
Yeah, because we're all looking at you right now through the radio, dude.
Okay, so we'll have a video of this later on. But anyway, Tim, there's a lot of detail work. It's like a stained glass window, and it's called the Reformation Rose, and I'm going to blog about all of that a little bit later on. And so Tim goes, okay, we can do this. It was good, and so we sat down for about 3 hours to do this. So what did you think of the design, and then how was I as a patient? Is that what you say, patient?
Customer, patient, whatever you want to call it. It's a really intricate design with a lot of fine line and a lot of color variations in it. And it's just an awesome piece of artwork. You know, it's not every day we get to do something like stained glass or abstract. And
I love it. And the House of Ink is located just off of Main Street between 13th and 14th, right?
Yep.
And you're going to be going through some remodeling here in a couple weeks. We'll talk about that. But you could almost be somewhat intimidated walking in. If you were a first-time person to get a tattoo, it might be, there's so many different things you can get, and it's so overwhelming. But everybody that I talked to was so nice. I mean, Zach in there has been great to talk to. James, of course, I've got another tattoo that you did, and so I was excited about getting a chance to come back in. Why do people get sort of this infectious desire to get tattoos?
I don't know, but I love it.
See, I don't know anybody who only has one tattoo. Usually everybody gets one, and then they go, you know, I'd really like to maybe have this.
Right.
I think people, it's overrated. Once someone gets their first piece, they realize it's not as bad as what everyone talked it up to be.
Right.
And they usually have their next tattoo figured out before they leave the place from getting their first one.
Yeah, because see, I've thought about it, and I admit that I'm kind of a chicken. I've totally admitted I'm.
Sure.
It's gonna hurt.
That's a fear of needles in general, though, isn't it?
Well, for me, yeah. I mean,
right.
I'm not really big on giving blood either.
Right.
So for me, I don't think I could get something quite that big.
It's actually nothing like giving blood or getting a shot. It's more of a small irritating pain rather than an injection. Or
that would exactly be how I'm describing Jen. That's how Jen is to me. Just a small pain.
Because I was thinking the same thing about you. I'm glad we're on the same page.
But what happened though is, you do the outline first, the dark colors first, then go to the light colors, and this has some blue and gold and like lavender and red, and so it's multicolored, which I've never had a multicolored tattoo before. But Tim Million at House of Ink said, just sit down, we're going to take some breaks, but did it all in one evening, and I would have thought it was more expensive than what I paid, to be honest, because it's artwork that's permanent on your body, and I was really pleased with it, and so I brought some Bounty paper towels for him. Am I allowed to say Bounty? You looked at me like, well, what are you doing? Bounty. But that's the
paid him in paper towels?
No, not yet. Well, no, I paid. But I wanted to talk with Tim to see if I had a bad tattoo, one that didn't come out right, or maybe, I don't know, somebody's name you want to take off your tattoo. Do you get a lot of those?
Absolutely, yes.
Like cover-ups?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's either a tattoo that involves somebody else that the person ends up regretting it later on, or it's just poorly done and not visually a good tattoo.
Right, I had a 2014 IU Hoosiers National Championship tattoo that we have to get covered up. No, I'm teasing. Okay, so you guys are doing some remodeling, and it'll reopen later on in May, but if people want to get one of these awesome things, how do they do that? Like, if we're going to schedule Jen. Jen's going to get a tattoo. I know it.
Yeah. Well,
maybe we'll even record it so that everybody can laugh at me later.
Yeah. So what do we need to do to get a hold of you?
Well, my availability usually varies from being booked up for a week or so at a time, and it's usually best to come in a week or so ahead of time and talk to me about the idea. We usually get like a small deposit to reserve the time, and by the time you show up, everything's ready to go. The deposit comes off the total. It's just a matter of committing and coming in and taking that first step.
Awesome. 10 Million, House of Ink. I love it. Thank you so much for the tattoo.
You're
awesome
welcome.
job.
You're welcome,
All right,
buddy.
thanks.
Thank you.
All right. I had to run over. I had forgotten to push record.
That's kind of a problem.
And so I'm glad I did because we did that. And that's right. That's right.